Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Unicorn Overlord. In the last episode, we beat the unyielding shield. This was fairly recent. And we got Monica. And let's see. This also means that I am going to have to do a little bit of rearranging, because I definitely want to include Monica. She's actually a very decent Holy Knight. Was it Holy Knight? God, you can tell how long it's been since I last recorded something like this. It's been a fair bit. I won't lie. But I wanted to initially get this out of the way, because we're actually getting close to this location, which I wanted to do anyway. Let's see. Yep. Definitely won't be getting that. That is end of the game. Anyway. Let's see. The champion order, that's a level 13 spot. I'm gonna do a little bit of exploring before I go down that way. I'm pretty sure that is my next destination. Oh, hang on. Let's see. Oh, Battle for Plane. A level 14 section. I am not... Oh, hang on. I think I know which one this is. I think this is number 3. Moderate 1. Okay, that's a level 13 zone. We could do that, but I don't recall having the other beginner ones, or all of them yet. That's level 10. I think the last one is right around this section where we're supposed to be. But if Battle of Plane is level 14, I'm not gonna do that yet. I won't be able to do Resistance Lives On for a couple of levels, but that's fine. Anyway. Oh, right. Armor, can I get anything decent? I already have a few of them in stock, but it never hurts to have a couple of additional. Right? Hang on. Ah, okay. Black iron stuff. Black iron weaponry is going to be your next upgrade, quote unquote. In fact, a lot of this stuff down here is going to be a massive upgrade for what you want or need. I've never had a problem with with any sort of status ailments, so I won't be getting these. But if you have been having a problem with these things, like stun or blind or the guard seal, go ahead and get them. There is no real need to go 100% into how I play it. Let's see. Powerful. Grants 30% physical attack for an ally's next attack. I'm gonna get that. And that grants the user 20%. I'll take the Crude Tacit. I don't need the Silken Scarf. The only way I would ever really need that is if I was gonna try and get more people to do evasion tanking. Other than that, I have no real need for anything else. But anyway, back to what I was going to be doing. Something I never did in any of my private playthroughs was have Clive and Monica paired up. Let's see. probably this, would probably benefit from it. But that means I still need to do the deliveries, and I still need the lumber. So let's do... No, I can't even do that anyway. Well, shit. Alright, well, I won't be doing that anytime soon, but we are about to get one other person really quickly in this battle. If I remember correctly... Is it? Yeah, it's... Okay. Gonna need Prim for this battle, so I'm definitely gonna be needing that unit brought out. The Champion of Order. We're gonna be going up against Wyvern Knights, Fighters, and Hunters. Hmm? An infested bird in a cage. Is there a plague? Is it the Black Plague? Nah. Probably not. Oh. Also unique name. Yep. Damn. Did you, though? Did you make the right decision? I personally don't think so. On their way back to the encampment. Well, what did they catch? That's the thing. And why would they catch it on their way back from somewhere? Which would imply that more than just this town is infected. So it's the return of a disease. The Champion of Order battle. Well, if that was the case, then a lot of us in the Liberation would probably be dead by now. Beast folk of the northern reaches? I highly doubt it. I don't think any of them would be willing to come this far south. Outbreak first arose 6 years ago. This has been going on for 6 years, and not a single person around has been able to find some sort of cure. I got $5 saying that this is more magical in nature. Dark magic, to be precise. Spread down there is nigh unchecked. Now, here's the thing. There's a few conditions I gotta fulfill for this battle. And it's not just beating the commander. You'll understand once we see the battlefield. And there's our starting point. Our aim in this battle is threefold, Your Highness. Most importantly, we seek to seize Reveal Quarry from the enemy. We must also capture the nearby town of Umpalast. Lastly, we will need to lay claim to Fort Newmont to the east. Not gonna be fun getting over there, though. Look how many guys they've got holding down the road. Well, all the same, the area's complex terrain should serve us quite well. Let us lure in our enemies and defeat them in one fell swoop. These rebels pour from their encampment like swine from a sty. No matter how grave this battle may grow, the infected must not be freed from the ruins, not under any circumstances. Could I have a word before Elaine? The sister I spoke of before is none other than their general, Hilda. Now, do you see why I need Prim? She once worked as a brave mercenary, but joined Zenora a few years back and was soon granted leadership of all of Umpalast. I'd appreciate the chance to speak to her, if you don't mind me asking. Okay. We got 3 locations we gotta capture. I am going to actually save Hilda for last in this battle. Now, as you probably saw, there's an item right here. Hilda can be talked to. We gotta capture the quarry. And we gotta capture this command post. The order in which I'm going to do this, though, is going to be... It's going to make a little bit more sense once we get to it. I want Nina to be the one to be the leader here. I don't need Rolf at the moment. But I do want Auk for magic. And I'm going to have Fran as the leader because, well, she's a flyer. But she's also going to be able to get to Hilda far quicker. Oh, sorry, I've got the little bit of a hiccup. I do have these units, but I don't have enough to upgrade them. Anyway, I am going to start off with having Nina heading this way and getting that item, and taking on this unit. Ooh, excuse me, wow. Let's see. Elaine is level 14. He'll definitely be of use here. He's right at the level limit, so I might as well. He's gonna block that. I'm going to have... I'm gonna have Virginia be on one of the assault teams for this fort here. You already know I love this woman and her unit. It's really good. And finally, I'm going to have Fran. She's actually going to go down this way and start taking on these guys. Because in case you never noticed, there's actually some stuff we can do this way. Not only that, there's this ruin here that we'll need to capture. So I'm gonna have her go down that way. Actually, I'm actually going to switch things up. I'm actually going to have her go there, and Elaine is going to go down south and work his way around to this bridge and take care of this ruin. There's a method to my madness. I promise. Okay. Fran's there. Alright. Nina's unit. That is a death blow. And we almost lost Jeremy. That's not a bad level up, actually. That's pretty good. And it's more than acceptable. In fact, I am actually going to heal him. 154 to 19. A little bit more spread out. Okay. Yeah. It's perfectly acceptable. Let's see. I'm going to have Fran go here. 85 to 29. Yep. Okay. 119 to 7. Okay. 64 to 14. Okay. Good, good. 108. No damage. Okay. Clive levels up to 15. That is really good. And he gets Cavalier Call. Grants cavalry allies in the user's row to plus 20% attack, and the effect stacks. This is actually better if you're doing 3 cavalry units in the front row. Hence why I kind of want to change things up for Clive and Monica. Because despite her class, she is still considered a cavalry unit. Prim levels up. That is a fantastic level up. Less so on the physical attack stat. I would have actually probably preferred evasion to it, but that's still really good, regardless. Especially since she's going to need physical defense for the physical attackers. Now, you're going to go that way. Is it going to be... Okay, no, I'm not worried. It's Virginia. We did lose Leah to that, and I do not have a resurrection item. That's not great. Probably gonna need Lex brought out. In fact, I'm gonna do that now. Can he? He can't. Oh, that's... I'm not gonna lie, that seems a little too stupid for me to pull off, but I pulled it off. I'm glad I did. And because I have Leah, she gets True Strike on the enemy. I'm in love with that. Lex, I'm going to have move up here, at least until we can get this command post at the very least. And as for Elaine, I'm going to use a light tail feather to increase his movement speed. I want him to be able to get to this point and even take on this Wyvern Knight before taking on the Cleric. Ooh. Nice, nice, very nice. Can I? Nope. Hasten call, mobility, and reduce damage taken. Well, I don't need the damage reduction. I will not lie on that one. Oh, I don't remember if I talked about the Giant's Canopy. I think I'll demonstrate it whenever we get to a point where it's going to be the most useful. Ooh, 3 level ups. Okay, yeah, that's fantastic. And she gets Feathering, which grants allies in the user's row plus 15 initiative. This is going to be good for characters that have a low initiative initially. Radiant Knights, that's what they were called. And Miriam gets Holy Guard, which blocks an enemy attack with a medium guard and prevents debuffs. Now you understand a little bit better why Radiant Knights are so good against magic users. And even those with debuffs and status effects. Rosalinda. It's not a bad level up. It's still right on par with how she is. Although I would have liked it a little bit more if she got that magic defense up. And even maybe the physical defense. Okay. With that in mind, they're gonna rest. Elaine. Yep. These rebels march no further. Prepare to intercept at once. Now you see another reason why it is I wanted Elaine to go this way. The enemy has a catapult. And it's got quite a bit of reach. And once I capture it, I'm going to take out this section so I don't get impeded in taking the ruins. Because I'm not going to have Virginia go any further than here. Speaking of Virginia, 188 to no damage. And level 16 for Berengaria. Ooh, excuse me. That is actually not a bad level up. In fact, that's pretty good. A couple of her B's and her A are up, and then there's her C's. That is honestly pretty good for a Dark Marquis. And I think she's the only Dark Marquis we get. Kind of sad. I wish we could have gotten more. But it's okay. It's okay. We're only going to need one, and she's going to be a permanent member of the team anyway. There we go. Oh, she's almost done. Okay. 34 damage. Can I mitigate that? No, I cannot. That's fine. I am going to need a healer for this. Huh. She doesn't need the physical attack. I do like the fact that her magic attack and magic defense are up, but she doesn't need that physical attack stat. I would have rather if that was physical defense or maybe evasion. Yes. But beggars can't be choosers, I suppose, especially when it comes to a witch. Minus 15 to 103. Yeah, Berengaria was gonna die. Another reason why I want to kind of take over this ruin. Let's see. Can I resurrect? No, I cannot. Oh, can I do it? Yes, I can. The magic bomb. It does immediate damage. And Berenice gets a level up. And her physical attack stack going up to 31. Nice, very nice. And that is a fantastic level up for Elaine. Wind Fairy's Charm, okay. $87 to 44. Who's dying? Jeremy is dying. Well, that's a shame. That is a damn shame. All right. 34 to 22. Yeah, I kind of figured. I'm gonna actually divert and take advantage of this. 22 to 4. Can I? Nope, I cannot. gonna have to rest. He's out of range of the catapult, which I am okay with. Ooh, heal for 4. Yes. Level 12. Ooh, nice. Alright, well, I'm gonna have her there for now. And I'm gonna have them go that way. If for nothing else, then to be able to keep them from summoning reinforcements. Alright, the command post is going to be taken. 0 to 4, yeah, that's technically a loss. I'm okay with that. I don't care. 128 to nothing. Nice. Very nice. Alright, now you are going to go here. I'm not going to have her touch the campfire just yet. Virginia is going to capture that. Elaine. Alright, well, I gotta use this hourglass. I gotta keep them from getting a first strike. And that apparently did not matter. There we go. 17 to 20. Counts as a win. And I'm glad for that. We need to finish that off. 22 to 2. And that should finish him. Ooh. And that is a beckoning bell. To 19. Okay. I see why. And use up the last silver hourglass. I'm gonna have to go back through some of the shops and get some things. There we go. And let's finish off this catapult and then take it. Yeah. And then get all 4 of those. And in the meantime, you see why the gladiators suck so much? They're too easy to beat. Come on. Okay. Now move. We'll capture this. We're not going to need the catapult anymore. I've got 2 of the 3 points, and I kind of want this before I have Prim talk to Hilda. Another giant's canopy. 116 to nothing. And there we are. Alright. And now for a cutscene. Such cruelty. Why have all these people been shut away in these ruins? They're all horribly pale, too. Most likely due to the plague that's torn through the region. I'll administer whatever aid I can for now, but they'll need a dedicated healer and more once the battle is over. Acquired a Dew of Keenness. Now, we have business to take care of with Hilda. Everyone healed, we get maximum, and we're going to talk. Hilda, my own sister, striding to war with the rebels that defile our lands. Somehow I can't find myself surprised. Listen to me, Hilda. I need to speak with you, alone. Come then. I'll hear whatever words you have to say.
戻っていたんだな、プリム。
姉様。
私と来るんだ。この辺りは病がひどい。
苦しむ人にはなおのこと信仰の救いが必要となるわ。
相変わらずか。だが一角獣が何をしてくれる？
It's been doing a lot more for people than you realized there, lady.
病の前では誰もが平等だ。王も教皇も死病を恐れる。信仰など何の役にも立たん。お前も見たはずだ。権威と秩序が失われたあの6年前のひどいありさまを。
姉様、聞いて。死病の原因を調べていたら教会の人たちが見つけてくれたの。この近くにある遺跡の奥、そこにおびただしい数の毒薬やゼノイラ軍の武具があったって。
ゼノイラが秘密裏に毒を作って辺りに撒いた。うまく吹き込まれおって反乱軍の剣伝だろう。
そんな、調べてみればわかるはずよ。
ついてくる気がないならすぐに立ち去れ。
Yeesh. Harsh sister, huh?
お前も罰せねばならない。
Even willing to turn her own spear on her own sister. Her own flesh and blood. Well... You'll see why it is I had that ruin taken first, before this. You'll understand very heavily. Now. Yeah.
どこへでもひとっ飛びですよ。
I want guard call here.
行けます。お力になります。了解です。どこへでもひとっ飛びですよ。
In fact... Yeah, no. The heal should suffice. 62 to 55.
反乱軍、英雄気取りで戦を起こし秩序を生み出した罪、私が罰してやろう。
姉様、戦いは避けられないの？
プリムか。今さら語ることはない。妹とて容赦はしない。
The freezing thrust. Doesn't matter. Both have an evasion, huh? Yeah, you can kind of see why it is.
回復するわ。すぐに手当てを。貫く。
Ooh, ooh, okay. Yeah, that definitely hurt.
どうすれば元気を出さないと。
Diving thrust. Yeah.
風を味方に。
Feathering and high swing.
許さないわ。おとなしくしていろ。
当たりませんよ。回復します。はあ？備えますよ。冷たいわよ。いてつきなさいよ。
Ooh, nice.
やりましたよ。
Very nice. That explains a whole lot. Before I do anything, I'm going to... Nope, not vitalize. I'm going to do life aid.
これなら戦えます。お任せくださ
And
い。
then I'm going to do a heal.
癒されます。お
In
力
fact,
に
I'm
な
going
り
to
ま
do
す。
2 heals.
これなら戦えます。
Because I want everyone to be at max health. for when we take this on.
容赦しません。
62 to 0. I am perfectly okay with that. And this should finish it up.
立ちはだかるなら投げ払うまで。
76. Even though it's not needed. Level 15 for Prim.
癒していきますよ。
And gains Lifesaver. Heals self for minor HP recovery. Grants user a buff to endure one lethal blow. Fight on for me, men. See this fragile order maintained. I'll convince you yet, Hilda.
撃破しました。
And we get, for that battle, the Silver Trident, which gives Lightning Shaker. Which is the move that Hilda herself used to attack an entire row of enemies and inflict stun. It's got a very high physical and magical potency. Meaning for, if you're gonna put her in a squad, you're gonna want her combined with Yana or Rosalinda. That should be all of them, Your Highness. Good. Issue a call for their general surrender. Elaine, I know. I'll decide on our next steps after I speak with her myself. $137K. That will transfer her to that much. Not bad.
お前が反乱軍の指導者だな。
I take it you're the leader of the rebels then.
好きな刑一緒するがいい。
Do with me as you will.
だが一つだけ言わせろ。深刻な問題だ。
聞こう。
民衆に身の安全を通達し、
Flee for fear of violence. The disease that has tormented us without rest will spread elsewhere. It is a disease, but like Prim said, it's of Zenoiran design. But Hilda is not convinced.
戦を恐れて各地に逃げれば病も広がってしまう。
殿下。
The casualties of this scourge pile high indeed, my prince.
報告通り、
Yes,
ゼノイラの
Zenoira has
爪痕を
gouged deeper scars than I expected.
クロエ、彼女の言うように、
はい。
待てよ、俺も手伝う。
爪痕。そんなでっち上げで人々を煽って混乱へ導くわけか。
6年前ドラケンガルド軍は5ヶ月もの間この地で侵攻を食い止めていた。そんな屈強な彼らがなぜゼノイラ軍に敗北を喫したのか。
それは突如としてこの地に広まった。まるでゼノイラ軍の侵攻を後押しするように広まった病で、そんな偶然があるだろうか。
信じるものか。もういい。
If you plan to cut me down, I'd prefer you just get on with it.
ヒルダ、部下が慕う有能な指揮官は敵。あなたが死ぬまで戦うなら兵も最後まで抗うだろう。敵にしたままではこちらも。だから解放軍に力を貸してほしい。
ふざけるな。寝返れというのか。ゼノイラが気に食わなかろうが、今の私はゼノイラの兵だ。私が日和見では軍の秩序を失うこととなる。
それも仕方のない答えだ。武装を解き、我が軍の監視下で病への対処を手伝ってもらおう。
いいだろう。急がねば封鎖が意味をなさなくなる。
Now, she says all that, but there's a little bit more to it than just that mission. We get a Karnat Spear for it, Magic Mine, 20 Renown, Hey, people are talking about us even more now that we went and helped out all those plague victims. Hilda seems to have stationed herself in the ruins, where her people were under quarantine. Maybe we could pay her a visit if we have the time. And we will, trust me, we will, because I kind of want her. But anyway, provisions. I definitely need the revival orbs. I'm gonna take the 2 silver hourglass. I'll want another liquid fortune. There we go. Damn it, it's always the lumber. Always the lumber. Can I get anything down here? Yes, in fact, I can get lumber down here. Thank you. That's the tilapia. I think, can I get? No, I cannot. Okay, well. Oh, the stone circle. Remember this for later. Probably around the time we get to Elheim. I'll take that hallowed cornash, thank you very much. Get that divine shard. Now. Elaine?
どうしたんだヒルダ。
こいつを返してくれた礼を言いたくてな。
ああ、竜もあなたでなければ暴れると聞いたからな。
そうだったな。
Blindly loyal, huh?
プリム、お前の言う通り、確かにあったよ。この遺跡の奥に数々の実験の跡や証拠が。死病を振りまいたのはゼノイラで間違いなさそうだ。
Yep. Zenora is the one that brought the plague. Fairly simple tactic. But the problem is, poisons don't discriminate. They never have, they never will. Ugh. Definitely gonna be needing a drink or two. And no, not alcohol. Just anything will work.
よかった信じてくれたのね姉様。
お前たちがもしゼノイラを倒せたとしたら、この国をどうする？
ドラケンガルドだけじゃ
We
ない。
fight on.
この大陸のあるべき秩序を取り戻そう。
そうか。ところで、お前の部隊の編成はひどいものだ。
Disheveled tangle of limbs. Wow. Wow, Hilda. And yet that disheveled tangle took you down.
戦術を考えるなら、もっと機動力を活かせる兵がいなければ。腕のいい竜騎兵が欲しくはないか。
I will not lie, I do love using Hilda. And I am gonna keep her.
有能な者がいるのなら、ぜひ仲間に加わってほしいよ、ヒルダ。
仕方がないな。
I love using Hilda, I really do. But then again, I love using a lot of flyer units. Just because of how effective they are. It's good to be joining you, Elaine. I'm so happy, Hilda. And relieved more than anything. Just as long as you don't expect me to go easy on you. You may be my sister, but you'll have to work like all the rest. Still strict as always, I see. And we do get Hilda. Wyvern Knights inflict heavy damage on enemy cavalry, and their offensive capabilities outstrip those of a Griffin Knight. If I remember correctly, this is the only Wyvern Knight you get without recruiting from the guard posts. Like, I believe this one here has one. Ooh, free silver hourglass. Let's find out. Am I right? Yes. These ones start off at level 8. They're fine. But I prefer not spending my points on any more units. And I still need to take care of my battalions. Let's see. I think... How much do I have? No, that's not what I want. I got 40. That's not enough. That is not enough. But I do need to do some rearranging. Who am I going to... That needs to... They need to be brought up to 4. So... I think... Yeah, that's still not enough. I need 10 more points. And then another 50 for this one. And then I'll start working on these guys. Anyway. I am just going to clear out this and these entire units and rework everything. Start with this one. This will be Elaine's unit, like always. Let's see, where... Okay, there's Elaine. I am going to have Yana with him. Gonna need someone else to tank, so... Lloyd, Sharon, Victoria... Right, I need to get rid of those two. They're not useful anymore. Let's go Hodrick. And... We'll have Liza, why not? This unit, gonna be all cavalry in the front row. So Joseph, it's gonna be Clive, and Monica. The reason I want Monica and Clive together, remember, in the last episode, it was said that Monica and Clive were to be wed. I kind of want them to have their affinity up. And Joseph, because, well, right now he's level 20, he is still our strongest unit, level-wise. So it makes sense. As for unit number 2, I'm going to have Hilda. And I'll do Morden. And let's see. Sharon. Oh, I have 3 people that I need to get rid of. Okay. And we'll have Aubin in the back. Unit 4 is going to be Lex's unit. So we're going to have Lex and Chloe. Let's see. Going to have Adele. And Berenice. And this is what they're going to be looking like. Let's see. How long do I have left? Ooh, okay. Let's see. I've got about roughly 10 minutes left. Let's explore a little bit. Okay. Welcome to Bomb Rat. This place is huge. Bomb Rat here is the largest town in all of Dragonhold, save the capital itself. They're especially proud of their Colosseum, too. Not that they're holding bouts there anymore. Well, now that we're here, I should be off to meet Prince Gilbert at once. Ooh, maybe I'll take a look around the markets then. Try not to get in any trouble, Alright, before I go that way, I'm actually going to end the episode like a few minutes early after I get this. Ooh, that star iron. Remember the star iron for later. Yeah, I'm gonna save because I have, 10 minutes left. I am not gonna go into the next battle just yet because we're about to come up on another battle. I will end things off here though. Next time on Unicorn Overlord, we are going to do the Battle of Bomrat. And it's actually quite the battle. But anyway, that's going to do it here. This has been Shadow Zotai signing off, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.